Germany in the early 20th century was a nation of stark contrasts. On the surface, it was a powerful empire, boasting a strong military and a rapidly industrializing economy. Yet beneath this facade, deep social and political tensions simmered. The Kaiser's authoritarian rule stifled dissent, while the working class grappled with poverty and inequality. World War I exacerbated these existing problems. The war's devastating impact on the German economy led to widespread hardship and discontent. Food shortages became commonplace, and the working class bore the brunt of the suffering. The war also exposed the deep divisions within German society, as calls for peace clashed with fervent nationalism. By 1918, Germany teetered on the brink of collapse. Defeat on the Western Front seemed inevitable, and the Kaiser's grip on power weakened. The stage was set for a revolution, one that would forever alter the course of German history. The German Revolution began not in the halls of power, but in the bustling port city of Kiel. In late October 1918, a seemingly minor incident involving a naval order sparked a mutiny that would have far-reaching consequences. Disillusioned sailors, weary of war and fueled by revolutionary fervor, refused to carry out an attack on the British Navy. This act of defiance spread like wildfire. Within days, the mutiny engulfed the entire German Navy. Sailors seized control of warships and naval bases, raising the red flag of revolution. The revolt soon spread beyond Kiel, engulfing other port cities and industrial centers across Germany.
The sailors' mutiny was more than just a protest against a military order. It was a visceral expression of the deep-seated anger and frustration that had been building for years. The mutiny ignited a revolutionary movement, uniting workers, soldiers, and intellectuals who yearned for a more just and equitable society.
Amidst the chaos and uncertainty of the revolution, the Social Democratic Party, or SPD, emerged as a leading force. The SPD, Germany's largest socialist party, had long advocated for democratic reforms and improved conditions for the working class. With the Kaiser's authority crumbling, the SPD saw an opportunity to reshape Germany.
On November 9, 1918, the German Republic was proclaimed, marking the end of the German Empire. The SPD, led by Friedrich Ebert, played a pivotal role in the formation of the new government. Ebert, a pragmatist, sought to establish a stable parliamentary democracy in Germany, fearing the chaos and bloodshed that had engulfed Russia following the Bolshevik Revolution.
The Weimar Republic, named after the city where its constitution was drafted, faced immense challenges from its inception. The new republic inherited a nation ravaged by war, burdened by economic instability, and deeply divided along political lines. Nevertheless, the establishment of the Weimar Republic represented a significant turning point in German history, marking a transition from authoritarian rule to a fragile democracy. Section 4. A House Divided, Conflicts Within the Socialist Movement. The socialist movement, which had played a central role in the revolution, was itself deeply divided, with various factions vying for influence and control.
The SPD, while committed to socialism, favored a gradual and peaceful transition to a socialist society through democratic means, believing that change could be achieved through the existing political system. This moderate stance put them at odds with more radical factions within the socialist movement, who saw the SPD's approach as too slow and compromising.
The Independent Social Democratic Party, or USPD, formed in 1917 by SPD members opposed to the war, advocated for a more revolutionary path, seeking immediate and profound changes to the societal structure. The USPD, along with the newly formed Communist Party of Germany, or KPD, believed that true socialism could only be achieved through the overthrow of the capitalist system and the establishment of a workers' state, rejecting any form of compromise with the existing order.
These ideological differences created deep fissures within the socialist movement, hindering its ability to present a united front and often leading to intense and sometimes violent confrontations between the factions. The SPD, fearing the radical left's revolutionary agenda, made fateful alliances with remnants of the old order, including the military and conservative elites, in an attempt to maintain stability and prevent a complete societal breakdown.
This decision, while aimed at stabilizing the nascent republic, ultimately undermined the SPD's socialist credentials and alienated many of its working-class supporters, who felt betrayed by the party's willingness to collaborate with their traditional enemies. Section 5. Crushing the left. The suppression of radical movements. The divisions within the socialist movement came to a head in the streets of Berlin and other German cities.
In January 1919, the KPD, inspired by the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia, launched an uprising known as the Spartacist Uprising. The Spartacists, led by Rosa Luxemburg and Karl Liebknecht, aimed to establish a socialist republic in Germany.
The SPD, now in control of the government, viewed the Spartacist uprising as a grave threat to the fragile Weimar Republic. Ebert, determined to crush the rebellion, authorized the use of force against the Spartacists.
The Freikorps, right-wing paramilitary units composed of former soldiers, were unleashed upon the Spartacists with brutal efficiency. The Spartacist uprising was brutally suppressed, and its leaders, Luxemburg and Liebknecht, were murdered by the Freikorps.
The suppression of the Spartacist uprising marked a turning point in the German Revolution. It demonstrated the SPD's willingness to use force to maintain order and its determination to prevent a Bolshevik-style revolution in Germany. Section 6. A Republic in Peril. The Revolution's Impact on Weimar. The German Revolution had a profound and lasting impact on the Weimar Republic, shaping its political landscape and societal structure in ways that would resonate for years to come.
The revolution had brought about the fall of the monarchy and the establishment of a democratic system, but it had also left a legacy of political instability, social division and violence that would haunt the Weimar Republic throughout its brief existence. The new democratic framework was fragile, constantly threatened by internal and external pressures.
The SPD's decision to ally with conservative forces and suppress the radical left had alienated many workers and deepened the divisions within German society. This decision was seen as a betrayal by many who had hoped for more radical changes, leading to widespread disillusionment.
This, coupled with the devastating economic crisis that gripped Germany in the aftermath of the war, created a climate of resentment and instability that extremist groups, both on the left and the right, were able to exploit. Hyperinflation, unemployment and poverty became rampant, further eroding the public's faith in the new government.
The Weimar Republic, burdened by the legacy of the revolution, struggled to establish its legitimacy and address the deep-seated problems facing German society. The government's efforts to stabilize the nation were often met with resistance and skepticism. The new republic faced constant challenges from both the left and the right, as extremist groups sought to undermine democracy and impose their own visions for Germany's future. These groups capitalized on the widespread discontent, making it increasingly difficult for the Weimar Republic to maintain order and unity. Section 7. A Legacy of Unrest. The German Revolution in History. The German Revolution of 1918 to 1919 stands as a pivotal event in 20th century European history, shaping the political landscape in ways that are still felt today.
It marked the end of the German Empire, the birth of the Weimar Republic, and the beginning of a turbulent period in German history that would culminate in the rise of Nazism and the outbreak of World War II. This period was characterized by significant social upheaval and political experimentation. The revolution's legacy is a complex one, marked by both progress and tragedy. It was a time of great hope for many, but also a period of significant strife and conflict.
On the one hand, the revolution brought about the end of authoritarian rule in Germany and led to the establishment of a democratic system, albeit one that proved fragile and ultimately short-lived. The Weimar Republic, despite its flaws, represented a significant step towards modern democracy.
The revolution also unleashed a wave of social and political change, empowering the working class and challenging traditional hierarchies. Workers' and soldiers' councils sprang up, demanding more rights and better working conditions. On the other hand, the revolution's failure to fully achieve its goals, a more just and equitable society, left a legacy of unresolved issues that would continue to plague Germany in the years to come. Economic hardships and political instability were rampant.
The divisions within the socialist movement, the violence that accompanied the revolution, and the economic and political instability that followed created fertile ground for the rise of extremism. These divisions weakened the movement and made it difficult to achieve lasting change.
The German Revolution serves as a stark reminder of the complexities of revolutionary change and the challenges of building a just and equitable society. It highlights the difficulties in balancing the aspirations of different social groups. It is a story of hope and disappointment, of progress and setbacks, and its legacy continues to resonate in Germany and beyond. The lessons learned from this period are still relevant today, as societies around the world grapple with similar issues of justice, equality, and democracy.